Today's session we're going to be looking at how we can make folders and e-lockers within the Learning Gateway. So to get started, again we're going over to the Learning. We need to first choose whether we're going to do it in the subject or classes. In this case we're going to do it in subjects again. Now it's really important to understand that before you can do anything within the Learning Gateway, you need to create a folder to store that. So if you want to create an e-locker or activity, it needs to be in a folder. So what we're going to do first of all is create a subject folder. So I've gone down to my subject, ICT and Learning, then over to the left hand side, I'm going to click subject folders. And then come over here to the right, I'm going to create a subject folder. So in this case, I'm just going to call it ICT and Learning. Again, you might want to call it term 1 or welcome to this, etc. And one other nice little feature is this featured article. So I display this folder in an already featured list. I'll show you how this all works later. But what it does is it forces this folder to that front home page so that when you open up ICT and Learning, it'll be there ready to go. So we're just going to go create folder. So let's have a look what that looks like. So if I go now back to ICT and Learning, you'll see now it's a featured item. Here it is. So that's my first folder. Now if I click on that folder, I can do some things with that as well. So here's my folder on the right hand side. I can actually now go create new activity. And this is going to create that activity within that ICT and Learning folder that I've created. So as you can see, I've got quite a few things here that I can create. I can also create another folder. I can upload files. But in this case, what I want to do is show you how you can share an e-locker. So I'm going to go shared e-locker. Now again, one of the nice things, an e-locker is very similar to a folder. So whatever you can do in a folder, you can do in an e-locker, but the e-locker has a few more functions. So I'm just going to call this test. Now permissions, you'll see it says full access, so that means anyone in the class can access that. I'm going to go to restricted access. Everyone can add files and folders, but only the user can create this shared e-locker and modify them. So this means other teachers can add to that folder. I'm just going to turn this button off as well so that other teachers can access. You'll notice here that drop folder is grayed out. Now the reason by that is because it's been chosen as a group folder. So if I was to make that in the class, I'd be able to turn drop folder on. Now the way the drop folder works is that students can then upload to their personal folder. So when you create an assignment, students can go to their drop folder and then you can search for each student's drop folder all within that one ICT and Learning folder that we created at the start. Really important that you need to look down the bottom here, make sure it's going to the right place. So it's going to ICT and Learning, the group or the course, and then it's ICT and Learning term 1. So that's the folder I've created. So if I go save, you'll see it says saved. I'll come back up here, ICT and Learning. Again, now if I click here, you'll see it says test. It's ready to go. So that's creating a folder, creating an e-locker.